Yeah, so what's going on, everybody? The Iceman here. You know, ratings have dropped on Raw. They've dropped on SmackDown. Both shows obviously are live. Um, WWE figured with the brand split, having two shows live, it was going to change the outlook of the WWE. It was going to improve them. I think, in my eyes, the brand split has actually hurt the WWE because of the limited amount of actual, real so-called superstars, because you had them all in one show and now you split them up and it makes that roster very, very thin. And if there's an injury involved to one of those superstars, like we've seen right now for Monday Night Raw, with Finn Balor being out with his injury, Seth Rollins sustaining another injury, that's two big stars taking off Monday Night Raw. SmackDown, Cena leaving to do his TV series, American Grit. A lot of people were hoping at No Mercy with the triple threat WWE World Title match held now by AJ Styles with Dean Ambrose and John Cena. People are saying, will John Cena get his 16th title reign? This is no situation for John to get his 16th title reign. He's going to be leaving. He's not going to get the title and leave. And he's not going to get that 16th title win and lose it that quick, much like many of the other title reigns he's had. That's why he's accumulated 15. So there's just a lack of superstars. Now you have the likes of Austin Aries, you have the likes of Samoa Joe, who are veterans in the wrestling business down in NXT, along with Bobby Roode. Why not branch them off to the main roster? Why? Well, they want to have some sort of talent on NXT. But wasn't NXT, it all originated to develop talent, make these guys stars so they could be brought up to the main roster? Have they fallen away from what they were originally, their concept was? Samoa Joe needs to be on the main roster, as well as Austin Aries and Bobby Roode. This would be much improved for both SmackDown and for both Raw, especially in times where some superstars aren't going to be around, others are getting injured. I don't know what type of direction the WWE is looking to go in these days. It just doesn't seem like it's on the same path as what it used to be, because they were always gung-ho to make their show the biggest out of everybody. Are they still the biggest? Yeah. But their ratings are nothing like they used to be when they competed with WCW. They're about a quarter of what they used to get. Things have changed. What direction does the WWE want to go in? I don't know. I really don't know. You watch Monday Night Raw, and there's some people there you don't even know who they are. Monday Night Raw is filled with a lot of former stars from other promotions. It was just a few years ago that would be unheard of by the WWE to take somebody from TNA. It was always vice versa, TNA getting somebody from WWE when WWE no longer wanted them. Now WWE is grabbing people from everywhere. But just because you bring up like a Cedric Alexander and took him from Ring of Honor doesn't mean that's going to improve your roster enormously. Now, take nothing away from Cedric Alexander. I think he's a very, very good wrestler. But he wasn't really a big name in Ring of Honor. That's why when you got guys like Aries and Samoa Joe, Aries and Joe both worked at Ring of Honor, both had long time stints with TNA Wrestling. To be in NXT at this stage of their career when they've already gotten 10 plus years under their belt, to me is mind-boggling. Bring them up to the main roster. This is where you need them to be right now. Because if you compare to what the WWE has been doing with NXT, you've sent a bunch of guys from NXT to the main roster. Guys that have had a lot less experience than Joe, Rude, Aries. So why not these guys? These guys will immensely improve the show. A lot of us want to see Samoa Joe, want to see Austin Aries, want to see Bobby Roode in the WWE on the main roster. There's no need for them to stay down in NXT. Let NXT be the developmental show like it originated to be. And they'll still develop people into big stars because NXT can make their own stars that people will notice. So when they have their takeover shows and whatever, we're going to get into watching these guys. We're going to root for these guys. Or we're going to hate these guys that have become the great heel. That's what NXT should be about. So bring up Samoa, bring up Austin, bring up Bobby. It's time. Let's get the WWE shows, Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, let's get them to where they need to be. Give me your thoughts. Give me your opinions. This is the Iceman. Enjoy your Thursday.